What's up guys, Lil here, back again from the video. Today's video we're gonna do my opinions on blank. Now, you already know how it goes. I did this yesterday on what I believed in the Vince Carter signing. So I'm gonna do that again today. Tomorrow, make sure you check out my channel again, because we will be uploading an NBA 2K18 My Career video tomorrow. So make sure you don't miss that out. So today we're gonna be talking about why I believe the Thunder are a top 3 team in the West. Now, I first got this idea when they traded Carmelo Anthony to the Atlanta Hawks. Now, originally, I really liked the trade because they got back a backup point guard of Dennis Schroder. Maybe you start him at the 2, maybe you just put him at a backup point guard behind Russ. Personally, I just think it was a good trade. Like, that way, the Thunder are now losing money. They sold out $100 million because of that trade, which means that the Thunder have a chance to actually get some pretty good free agents next offseason. And also, they got rid of that big contract that Melo had, because remember, he opted into that contract, and that was $28 million. Now, you may be thinking, what about the Melo and the Houston Rockets offer? Well, that offer's already got down. He already signed with the Rockets because he already got waived. So he's officially a Houston Rocket now. He got signed a veteran minimum deal, so now he's going to get $30 million this season, which is pretty crazy. Next, why I believe this team is a top 3 in the West. Because they got rid of Melo, who I think was hurting the big 3. I just felt like Melo did not have a good season because he just was not used to that being that third option, because Melo has always been that number 1 option, and I don't think he was used to being a third option on a team. Same thing like Andrew Wiggins on the Minnesota Timberwolves. He was used to being one of the best options on the Timberwolves, but he wasn't used to being a third option on the team. So yeah, you just gotta realize that some of these players, their roles change because of how big their team is, like their impact on the team. Because when their team grows into a contender, their role might impact the team as a contending team. Like, look at Towns and Jimmy Butler. They helped out the Timberwolves make the playoffs, and they beat the Nuggets for the last game of the whole entire season, so that way they can make the playoffs. But you also have to remember Andrew Wiggins. He kind of had a weird season, from a guy that averaged 25 to a guy that went to 17 points per game this season. So this is going to be very interesting. I can't wait to see how the Thunder are going to do. Now, I really like the fact that they picked up Dennis Schroder. Backup point guard? If he's a backup point guard, that is really great, because I know the Thunder are trying to make Andre Robertson better with the jump shot stuff, and Andre Robertson is like the best defending player on the Oklahoma City Thunder. So I think that he would start over Dennis Schroder, only because of that defensive part in his game. Robertson also got the dunks, which could help the team when they need a drive to the basket. He's one of the players. The Thunder, they have really good pieces. They have Steven Adams, had a great, fantastic season with the Thunder last season. There's Paul George. He's basically an amazing offensive player with elite defense, which is pretty cool. I really like. He's a really good 3-point shooter. He's amazing at defense. He's an elite defender. He's basically decent rebounder. And he knows how to steal the ball. He's a very good stealer, which is going to help out with his defense. I'm predicting that the Thunder will be a top 10 defense. I don't know about top 5, because the teams I'm thinking about that are like top 3 are like Jazz, Celtics, and like, yeah, that's basically it I'm thinking right now. But other than that, I think the Thunder could be a top 10 defense in the league, and maybe one of the best offensive teams in the league that we've seen in a while. You know, judging by the pieces that they have with Paul George, Russell Westbrook, Steven Adams, Andre Robertson. So, you know, they got a lot of pieces that could just drive to the basket. A lot of people can just drive, get easy layups, can dunk. You know, they're also probably a really good defensive team by Andre Robertson and Paul George. And Dennis Schroder, he's pretty decent at the defensive end, which is what I like this trade so much. They really finessed they really finessed the Atlanta Hawks with this trade because all they did was only get Justin Anderson, and then they just waived Melo. So I don't know what they're trying to do. They signed Alex Len after that Carmelo trade, so basically they give away all Melo's money away, so that way they could just get Alex Len. That is very interesting. But the Thunder are a contending team. Last season was not the best season with the big three of Paul George, Russell Westbrook, and Carmelo Anthony. And I just felt like this trade that they just did, this was one of the best trades they probably could have done. They really helped out their team with this trade. They have a lot of good backups. They got Raymond Felton. He's a good three-point shooter. He's basically a spot-up shooter for the Thunder. And he's a good defender. There's also Jeremy Grant. He's one of the... I feel like he's underrated in defense. And also he's really good as a person in the paint. If you just put him in the paint, that's a pretty good option to use. Now, my only issue is how they're going to do against the Golden State Warriors. Since the Warriors have a team full of superstars with Curry, Durant, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and, you know, just DeMarcus Cousins. In those types of situations, I might want to start Dennis Schroder. Because either way, I'm still going to have that decent defense. I know Robertson's a better defensive player, but we need the offense against the Warriors because the Warriors are a shooting team. And so you want that offense going up against the Thunder. But that's just my personal opinion. Because think about it, Robertson still needs to... he's still developing as a player. He's still trying to search for that jump shot, so yeah. That's why I think it's going to be a great year for Andre Robertson, because I just think his defense is going to go up the roofs, and I think he's going to have a better offensive year. Judging by Paul George, because he needs to practice with Paul George. He has that offensive pieces that he got around his team, and I just think that's going to be one of the reasons why he will be an offensive player in a short time. Russell Westbrook, I am predicting that he will get a third straight year in a row where he averages a triple-double. He's done it for the last 2 seasons, and I think he's going to do it again. So I just think him just ultimately trying to do the challenge again, just getting those triple-doubles. I think it's going to happen again. So yeah. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I think the Thunder are going to be a top 3 team, or a top 5 at least, in the Western Conference. I already know who's going to be top 5 in the East. I think the East is pretty obvious. But the West is pretty interesting. You have to see how those teams are out West. But yeah, I just think some of these teams are really cool, but I do think the Oklahoma City Thunder, they got way better with the Carmelo trade, and I think they're going to be a way better team. So hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. Make sure you leave a comment down below, make sure you like on the video, and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you have not already. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.